There's a major similarity between Territory and Yellowstone, and it seems like the Netflix series made a concerted effort to fix a common criticism of Taylor Sheridan's Western. Since its premiere in 2018, Yellowstone has become one of the world's biggest shows, regarded for its mix of soap opera and neo-Western elements. With that in mind, it's no surprise that Netflix would take a crack at a show with a notably similar premise, though set in a different region of the world, allowing for a variation in tone and aesthetic. Territory and Yellowstone similarities are common, but one stands out. The Territory cast plays a huge role in establishing a candid setting for Marianne Station in the Northern Territory of Australia, but there are also notable archetypal similarities between their characters and the leads from Yellowstone. The Lawson family and the Dutton family are led in some capacity by aging patriarchs, Colin Lawson and John Dutton. Both fathers have a son that they absolutely detest, Graham Lawson and Jamie Dutton. Importantly, both fathers also have golden boy sons who play the most active role in the ranch, Daniel Lawson and Lee Dutton. Neither lasts very long. Daniel Lawson mirrors Lee Dutton in Yellowstone Season 1. Both sons die so the show can begin. Daniel Lawson in Territory. In both Territory and Yellowstone, the death of the golden boy son is the catalyst for the show's events. In Territory, Colin Lawson has already passed on leadership to his son Daniel, and the position is left vacant without a clear successor. In Yellowstone, John Dutton still runs the ranch, but Lee Dutton is undoubtedly the ideal candidate for the position and has seemingly been preparing for it his entire life. With Lee Dutton dying in the opening episodes, John is left with 3 children who all have talents, but none of whom are quite right. By the time the show starts, Colin Lawson is shown to be out of touch with the cattle business and can't return to leadership. This puts the Lawsons and Marianne Station into a more pressing, immediate bind, as vultures are circling their land, and there's no one ideal to step up. Similarly to Case Dutton, who is the prodigal son and potential ideal candidate in Yellowstone, Colin wants Marshall Lawson to take Daniel's place, but the grandson has no interest. Graham and Jamie are the sons who want the job, but their fathers don't see them fit. Lee Dutton is scarcely mentioned again in Yellowstone. No one really seems to miss Lee or have any memories about him. Lee Dutton looks concerned in Yellowstone. Something that's been commonly noted as a critique of Yellowstone is that, after Lee's death, he's barely ever mentioned in the series again. He appears in Case's visions in Season 4, but that's his only cameo, and he rarely even plays a significant role in flashbacks from the Dutton siblings' childhoods. John Dutton mourns his son early in Season 1, but everyone just seems to get over it very quickly. For such an important, game-changing event, Yellowstone treats the matter simply as a plot device and not an emotional touchstone for the show's characters. To be fair, no one aside from Colin really seems to mourn the loss of Daniel Lawson for very long, though that contributes to the show's narrative in a specific way. It's important that Daniel wasn't really the best or most loyal guy, contrasting Colin's rose-tinted perception of his 2 sons. Lee Dutton, on the other hand, actually seemed to be the most level-headed of the Dutton children, making it rather surprising that he wasn't more beloved. Daniel Lawson's death creates a mystery throughout Territory Season 1. Daniel's death was under mysterious circumstances. While no one is really mourning Daniel Lawson, Territory cleverly uses his death beyond just the original event. Rather than just killing him off to create the initial succession conflict, the Netflix series establishes a mystery surrounding his death. It's revealed in Episode 1 that his horse is missing, and there continues to be some intrigue surrounding the white steed and its saddle until Episode 4 shows the actual nature of Daniel's fate in a flashback scene. The final moment of Territory Season 1 ending is still about Daniel Lawson, proving that his death will have a long-lasting effect on the show. If Territory is renewed for Season 2, it will likely explore the fallout between Colin and Emily as the Lawson patriarch discovers the true events behind his son's death. Territory has a long way to go before it can compete with Yellowstone, but making its first major death a meaningful part of the overarching narrative is a great step.